Good evening.
Good evening.
And a warm welcome. I'm always delighted to be here. This is one of my favorite places. So let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Karishma Ahuja. I am a metaphysics teacher and speaker and an author of a book called The Healing Power of Words. I am a certified law of attraction trainer and a Ho'oponopono practitioner. So today's topic is, I'm sure, something that everybody is interested in, right? It's prosperity. And when we talk about abundance or we talk about prosperity or wealth, we are talking about actually every area of our life. We are talking about richness, right? In every area of our life. So before we begin with the session, I want everybody to contemplate on one question. And for that, I really want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes, be relaxed. And today, at this moment, we are just going to be listening to our heart. And now try and answer this question that I put before you. Do you have an abundance mindset or do you have a scarcity mindset? Do you have an abundant attitude or do you have an attitude of lack? Think about it. Take a few seconds. Now you may open your eyes. So what answers did we get? Let's make it easier for us. All those who thought and received the answer of an abundant mindset and attitude, please raise your hands. So few of us.
One thing I come to know, I have attitude.
Yes.
At times it varies.
At times it varies. That's wonderful. That is true. That's absolutely true. See, the reason why I want to begin the session with this question is because this is a very important question. अगर हमें पता ही नहीं है कि हम abundant है या नहीं है, attitude सही है या नहीं है, तो फिर कौन से area में आप काम करेंगे? How will you work, no? You need to know if there is a problem at all. If there is no problem, then it's fine, right? So we need to first identify. Now the reason why this becomes important is once you identify that I don't have an abundant mindset, you will look at ways to raise that consciousness. You look at ways and tips to start turning your life around. But a lot of us fail this very first test. You know what we do? The government passed this rule, so my business is stuck. The economy overall is bad, इसीलिए धंधा अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है. My relative, they took away that flat which belonged to me. Otherwise, I would have been better off. We all do that, right? Somewhere or the other, we always have somebody we are blaming. Now, I'll tell you an easy way to know whether you are abundant or scarce. What's the easy way? Look at your result. It's simple. We should look at our results. Your results show you your attitude, your mindset. So if I don't have the wealth that I intended to have, that I want to have, then I am somewhere coming from a scarcity mindset. That does not make me a bad person in any way. That does not mean कि मैंने बहुत बुरे कर्म किए हैं, मेरे साथ सब कुछ बुरा ही होगा. No, it's an opportunity actually. God, universe, divine, whatever name you want to call it, is giving you an opportunity to turn your life around. But you must first introspect. So friends, if we have a scarce mindset, if our results are not the way we want it to be, let us acknowledge it. You don't need to tell us, but you need to ask yourself this question and now start doing something to change it. That's the first step. Okay? Now, the second step is I am going to be taking you through some simple principles which actually make up what we call as prosperity laws. 3 conceptual principles. These are as good as laws of life. Or हम जो abundance के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, the wealth that we are talking about depends on actually these three factors in your life. Now we won't make it boring and theoretical, na? Too much of theory already. So what we'll do is we'll take one principle and ask ourselves, is this true for me? ऐसा हुआ है मेरे साथ? Let's make it interesting, okay? So that you can actually learn from this right here, right now. Are you ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the first principle. Wherever I have put my attention to, wherever I have put my focus on, that is exactly where I have got a result. Okay, so let's take the first principle: attention, focus, and energy. We've all known the basic law of attraction principle. जहाँ पे भी आपका attention ज़्यादा है, energy वहाँ ज़्यादा जा रही है. जहाँ पे आपका focus है, energy is flowing in that area. And wherever energy is flowing in, that is the area that is growing. Now for all of us, energy is going either in lack and scarcity or in abundance and wealth. So let us ask ourselves honestly, where is my attention and focus on? How do I know that? How do I know this? Observe your conversations. Is it about what's going wrong right now?
Most of the time.
It's true. Yes, it's true. So that's what we are talking about. And because we are talking more and more about it, हो सकता है किसी को इतना बुरा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं हो रहा है, आपको बहुत बुरा हो रहा है आपके साथ, बिकॉज आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बात कर रहे हैं इस बारे में. You see, our subconscious mind can become our greatest problem solver. But because we are constantly feeding complaints, that's what it is giving us, more to complain about. So you see, the tool to start attracting the life we want is actually within us. But we need to learn and understand how to let go of that which is not helping us. So complaints are not helping us. Look at your life right now. Look at your current experiences. If you're constantly talking negative about a relative, that relative will never give you a good behavior. If you're constantly complaining about the roads, you will never have a good experience on the road. If you're constantly talking about how much of this traffic is irritating you, you are constantly going to be irritated. That is your dominant vibration. See, we know this. My point is, आज से apply करना शुरू करें. Which means that your life, your money experience in your life is firstly coming from what you are talking about it. You see, a lot of people who are not making enough at their jobs, 5 minutes conversation with them, I know what the problem is. Their conversations about their job, their colleagues, their boss, how the attitude of people in their offices is not good. Now tell me, if the vibration you are giving out is of complaint and negative attitude, that's what is going to come inside. You cannot have anything physically if you don't have it mentally. So if you can't imagine people being good to you, you will continue to have bad experiences. This is the law. How do we know this is the law, you may ask me? किसने बोला है ही? Is this true? आप जो बोल रहे हो, is this true? Experiences? आप खुद experience करके देख लीजिए. अगली बार आप किसी के सामने जाते हैं, उसके बारे में अच्छा सोच कर जाइए. You will see how that person will give you a behavior unexpectedly good. Try it with people who you never expect to give you good behavior. It will still work. Why? Because your vibration is going out and bringing back an experience. So when it comes to wealth and prosperity, our thoughts about money in general, our thoughts about abundance in general is what is coming back as an experience. Wherever I am giving more attention to, and I can give attention to only one area, it's either abundance or it's lack. It's either richness or it's poverty. Any one can only get attention. Both can't get attention. For example, when you're driving on a road, you have to either take a left or a right to reach wherever you want to go. Can you say I'm going both places? So you're either scarce or you're abundant. Any one in your life. This is number one law. Let's go to principle number 2. Now this is critical, but we don't give it so much importance. Now you tell me why we don't give it importance. People we are surrounded with. Now, one question and think about it and answer yourself. Are you around prosperous people? Are you around people who have more than what you have?
Yeah.
Only then your conversations will be different. Otherwise, we are all nice having a group of complainers sitting and talking about how everything is not going right. You have to surround yourself with people who have more than what you have and who are positive. Now, I'll tell you where the problem is. We are scared of rejection. We feel, oh, they may not accept me in their group because I am not like them. Have we asked? Have we tried to make new connections? Have we tried to tell them that we would like to learn from them? Chances are we have not asked. Why? Because we are scared of rejection. So for this, I'll give you a very good tip. It's called the SW rule. Now this can be applied to every area of your life. It's called the SW rule. Any guesses? What is the SW rule? Okay.
Not smart.
No. Any more guesses?
Sorry,
No, this is very interesting, okay? And then you're going to thank me for this. You'll always remember me for this. SW rule का मतलब है some will, some want. So what? So what? Sometimes we'll be rejected. Sometimes people will not want to help us. So what? Next. Next person. Next. But what we do, we take it to heart. You know, he rejected me, he did not take my offer, he did not help me, he did not support me, he was rude to me. So what next? Let us remember, some will help in life, some want help in life. So what? Next, please. Next. So I have used this next tool in my life. Even in my book, I've actually mentioned this tool. It's helped me also. So whenever you face any rejection or disappointment, immediately what must come to your mind? Next. Next. So what? Next. Okay. So which means if we have to get prosperous, see, it's about changing our consciousness. It's about changing our vibration. Because remember, Albert Einstein said, you cannot solve a problem from the same consciousness that created it. So today, if I'm experiencing problems in wealth, I'm not getting how much I want to get. Obviously, I am in a certain vibration. I need to come out of that vibration. You see, people you are around, people you spend time with will help you in that. And therefore, we have to make a conscious effort to mix around and mingle with people who are positive. Avoid people who pull you down. Because what happens is, they'll tell you something and you'll think about it for 5 days. Who is being affected? You.
More than 5 days.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Sometimes it goes on and on and on and on. So what is being affected is your consciousness to make money is getting affected because your vibration is low. So make a conscious effort to be around successful people. Have we even identified people in our vicinity, our neighborhood, our friend circle who really are successful? Let's identify those people. Let's ask them, how did you do this? And we feel they want share. Actually, successful people, a lot of them do share their secrets. They like to share. They will help you. Have we even asked them, how did you do this? How did you manage to get that deal? What did you do? Can you share? Can you tell me? Let's at least try make connections. And then we will see how we can raise our vibration. So remember the people you surround yourself with. Your company is either supporting you towards your goals or pulling you down. What are we choosing right now? What company are you choosing?
Whoever comes.
So now we have to become more conscious. Now you'll see, you'll start feeling better around certain people. You will know it. Why? Because your heart will let you know that this is the right person. So we can rely on our heart. You know why today research studies have proved our heart is literally 5,000 times more electromagnetic than the brain. So today we can easily say we can rely on the heart for decisions. So people who make you feel good, spend time with them. People who don't make you feel good, don't spend time with them. Simple.
Say something.
Yes.
Suppose you have told that don't spend time.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
suppose that person is a blood relation.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how
So
can-
then restrict your interactions and also make sure जहाँ पे बात कोई complaint के बारे में जा रही है, कोई gossip हो रहा है, you immediately change the topic, or you break from the conversation and leave without fighting. We said no fighting, because when you fight, you're pulling your vibration down. Everybody is falling into the muck now. Yes.
Yeah, when you can't change things,
Yes.
change the way you look at it.
Yes, absolutely. That is the number one rule, right? So absolutely true. It could be our own family members. See, their intentions may not be wrong, but उनकी conditioning ऐसी है that some people constantly talk about the negative. But you have to ensure you don't encourage negative conversations. And yes, a lot of us can choose our company, especially the ones we spend time with after work. All of us have that group, right? Our social circle. Try and develop a circle strong enough for you to feel good. That's the basic point here, okay? Let's go to the third principle. Now this one you must have heard several times. Now honestly answer, are you applying it? 100% responsibility. The money that we make in our life, the wealth experience that we are having currently, the amount of money that we are making, all of that depends on whether you have been 100% responsible for making that wealth or not. Does this make any sense? Let me give you an example. I thought they should have left me some wealth. I have not been lucky enough. So according to me, I am not lucky enough. Now I am not taking 100% responsibility because I am holding that resentment. If only they would have left me that flat. If only I would have been lucky enough to get that opportunity which they had got. Now what is happening is, आप responsibility 20-30% ही ले रहे हो अपने life की, बाकी का percent आप responsibility नहीं ले रहे हो, तो आपके results कितने आएंगे? 30% तक ही आएंगे, because you are convinced only up to 30% I can make a difference. 70% is because of that relative. The amount of money we make, the experience of wealth around us, totally depends upon whether or not we are 100% responsible. So this principle explains to us, if you take 100% responsibility for your life, then you will get 100% results. Have we been making money that we intend making? If not, obviously we are not taking full responsibility. So who is it in our life that we are currently placing blame on? We should ask ourselves, who am I currently placing blame on? Because if we don't identify this, you will not be able to take responsibility.
Blame is on us.
Yes. Now when we identify that there is nobody to blame, because your experience of wealth, it is not dependent upon whether you're getting something or not getting something from somebody else. It is dependent on your vibration alone. Your vibration alone. So universe has chosen abundance and wealth for everyone equally. It depends whether you are willing to receive it or not. So sometimes it may so happen we may have really lost money because of somebody, correct? You may have really lost something because of someone. Then we must remind ourselves, maybe this source is not going to give me good. There could be another source. It's like me standing in front of a vast ocean, right? Even if my vessel breaks or my vessel is too small, there is enough. I can always get another vessel. So let's tell ourselves, next, maybe another vessel for me, but I must not give up my goal of enjoying a good life. So these are three conceptual principles which will tell you exactly what your wealth experience has been like. Reflecting on these three will tell us easily whether we have a high money vibration or a low money vibration. Now, this is the principles. How do we start changing it then? Right? I'm sure this is the first question now coming to our minds. Now we realize that all of that experience that we are having depends upon whether or not we have paid attention to the right parts in our life, whether or not we have focused on the right things, and most importantly, are we willing to be around the right people, ask for help? Are we willing to take 100% responsibility? How do we start changing our money vibration? First of all, are we clear? This is what is forming our money vibration. So they say that the amount of money and wealth experience in your life purely depends upon the money energy in your aura. Aura is the electromagnetic waves around me, which is bringing back an experience for me. So what is forming my money energy is my thoughts about wealth, my feelings about wealth, and my energy, wherever it is being focused on. Now tell me, what can you do to change your experience and money vibration? What do you think you can do?
Positive, think positive.
Yes, I'll tell you what is the first thing. This has to be the first. Then you can use any tool because there are several, I know. The first thing, and you have to do this if you have not done it already. Are you sure how much you want? Are you sure? Are you sure of how much you will need to enjoy the life you want to enjoy, to do the things you want to do? All that you would do if you have enough, what would that be? Do you have a figure in mind? There are lots of good things we can do when we raise our wealth consciousness. My point is, do you even know what you will need to be able to do all that good work that you want to do? How many have a figure already that this is what I need to make every month? How many have the figure? You see, I was one of those. Hundreds of seminars, several trainings, still not seeing results. Then I finally met one teacher who told me, don't waste my time. You don't even have a figure. What is the point in teaching you 10 principles? No, it's true. It really opened my eyes. And that's when I realized that no matter how much you listen to, if you are not applying it, it's of no good. So I don't even want this session to just be a theoretical session, because I'm sure theory you will know more than me. Because today all of us are very aware and conscious, which is a great thing. But the problem lies in the fact that we are not applying it. You see, हम पता है क्या करते हैं? हम एक चैप्टर पढ़ के उसे अप्लाई करने के बजाय नेक्स्ट चैप्टर चले जाते हैं. And then we are happy, I finished the book in 4 days. Application? Zero. Right? So, first of all, please be sure of how much you need. Today only when you go home, write down the amount you think you will need to do all that you want to do. Figure is very important. Imagine having a GPS system but no address. It's literally like that. You see, we have all the resources we need to get to where we want to go, but the problem is we don't know where we have to go. That system can be of no help to you if you don't have a figure in mind. So today the first thing, forget applying any other tool. You have to figure out आपको कितने चीज की जरूरत, कितना आपको जरूरत पड़ेगा. How much? Analyze, think, what is it that will make me feel abundant? Write that amount down on a piece of paper. First thing you will do today. Okay? So, get specific of how much you want. Very important. Now the next thing. What good is this? What good is this amount that I have written on a piece of paper if I am not able to convince my subconscious? You need to spend first 5 minutes in the morning and last 5 minutes of the day. Either you see it, you talk to yourself about it, draw some pictures of it, think about what you're going to be doing with that amount. Something which is going to make you feel good about this goal being realized. Otherwise, it is just a piece of paper. Action plan, or simply visualize whatever it is that you want to do with the money. So this is what I do. I have on a piece of paper, like a chit, a small chit, I have written down. I'm so happy and proud now that I am making so much money. I'm so happy and proud now that I'm sitting in my balcony in my 5,000 square feet bungalow in South Bombay. This is how we get specific, right? So whatever it is that you want, it could be in terms of money, or it could be something that you want to right now buy, some experience you want to have. Somebody could write, I want to go on a world tour, I haven't gone yet. So write that down. Whatever your imagination about wealth is, whether it is receiving a certain sum or it is specifically wanting to buy something, write that down on a piece of paper in one sentence. Okay? Now, first 5 minutes of the morning, open that chit. Now, I'll tell you the problem. Some of us will keep the chit in some unknown drawer which we don't even find in the morning. Then we will not see it for 1 month. Suddenly we will realize, arey, it's lying somewhere. Not like that. जहाँ पे easy access हो, why make things difficult for yourself? या तो you stick it on your mirror, stick it on your wall, keep it under your pillow. Something that will give you easy access to it needs to be done. See it first thing in the morning. I'm so happy and proud now. This is how much I'm receiving. And before you sleep, I'm so happy and proud now. Even if you do this for 3 to 4 minutes morning and 3 to 4 minutes at night, you are changing your vibration. You're changing your vibration, and you will begin to start feeling good in 3 to 5 days. But you must continue doing it. You must continue doing it. I haven't seen anybody yet who's told me, I have been doing this, but I have not been changing my experience. Never happened. What I've heard, I'll tell you. I forgot to do it. That I hear more often. I did it for 5 days, then I stopped. That I've heard. I haven't heard a single person in my experience who's told me, I have done this for 40, 50 days and my life hasn't changed. मैंने तो आज तक नहीं सुना है. It is life changing, because when you are visualizing something, when you're seeing something that makes you feel good, what are you doing? You're actually opening a gateway into your subconscious mind. Every time you visualize or you imagine, your brain is activating certain cells inside. And they say, as per scientific research, that every time you visualize, the brain cells become very active. They start making you noticing things which you never noticed earlier. For example, a new opportunity, a new idea may come into your mind. All these things happen and we think, oh my God, I just got lucky. It's not you getting lucky. It's you having raised your consciousness. You'll start beginning to gain access to all the help and support that you need to make this possible. So spend a few minutes morning and night looking at this chit, congratulating yourself. Like I would do it. Several times I wrote a goal and then I would in the morning read it, read that chit and say, well done. It used to make me feel happy. First I used to laugh for a few days because I used to find it very funny, congratulating myself. But all these things became very, very real for me. I forgot that this has not happened actually. A couple of weeks later, I didn't know I don't have it yet. That is the beauty of this visualization. So visualize for a few minutes. See, read it. And when you read it, you cannot not have a picture formed of it, because we think in terms of pictures and images. So today if I tell you, I'm traveling by so-and-so flight to so-and-so city, immediately some picture will come to your mind. This is how we function. So you will not have to even intentionally visualize. अगर आप ये पढ़ रहे हैं अपना goal, automatically आपको images अपने mind में आ ही जाएंगे. And that is going to be very, very important in raising your money vibration. Okay? Let's go to the third tip. The third one is again something you must have heard before. My point is, have you done it and then tell me that you are not successful yet? Give. If you don't have enough, you need to give. Now this may sound little silly at first. We don't have enough, but we have to give. Yes, we have to give. Because the law is first you have to put for you to take out. So if I have a bowl of sweets with me, I have to first have something inside to remove. So this principle really, and this tip is really about giving even when you're not ready to give. Because you will never be ready to give. Rarely are we extremely comfortable. If you are not having the wealth experience you want to have right now in your life, right now, do something for someone to make them feel better. Give. Give when you're not mentally ready to give. That is the time you need to give. Why? Because when we are giving, what are we proving to our subconscious? We come from an abundant mindset. We come from an abundant mindset. See, you're breaking the barriers yourself. You're giving when it's tough to give. See, my experience tells me, if we don't give when it is tough, we will never give when it is easy. And therefore, if you have 50 with you, give rupees 5, but give. Maybe you're feeling the pain, but give. Give because this action is proving to your subconscious that this person believes in abundance. Send more abundance. They are giving, so they obviously believe in abundance. Send them more. Now, this point is not complete without the next point. So point number 3, we said, give even when you're not mentally ready to give. Point number 4 is give where you're inspired to give. Now, sometimes we will give somebody who doesn't even need help. अरे ले लो, तुम ही ले लो, इनको सब दे दो. They are here, अभी क्या करना है, दे दो. Not like that giving. Give whatever little you can give, but give where you're inspired to give. See, that is the beautiful part. Then you are rewarded. How do we practice this? I will make it clear to you right now. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and ask yourself, of late, who has inspired you? Has there anybody who has made you feel better? Of late, where have you been nourished? Something has happened which made you feel good and you feel like giving to this person. Somebody did something which made you feel better. Who are these people? Is there somebody who's nourished you, inspired you? Ask yourself. You will find the answers. You may open your eyes. You see, chances are we will get answers. So if you've heard somebody you really liked and they changed your life, do something for them.
You do get answers.
Yes, we always do. The problem is we are only listening to others besides ourselves. So we miss the point. The fact is that you must give where you are inspired to give. You really enjoy the food in a restaurant and you feel the service was very, very good. Give. Give then. For the heck of giving, don't give, is my point. Because then what are we doing? We are not giving from an abundance mindset. You know, when you are inspired to give, आप passion से देते हैं, आप खुशी से देते हैं. Although you may not have enough, it's true, you may have only rupees 50, but you were inspired to give this waiter. So you gave him rupees 5 or rupees 10. If I have only 50, I can't give him 50. Never mind, give him whatever you can, but because you're inspired to give. So give even when you're not ready, but give where you are inspired to give.
Yeah, giving has a change everything.
Yes, yes it does.
You don't know the other guy who comes to discuss.
Yeah.
He goes to.
Yes.
You give something.
Yeah.
And the other guy gets the service.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
He not know.
Yes, yes, it's true, it's true. So we really need to make sure that we are giving whoever nourishes us. Whoever made you feel good, give. Now, giving may not necessarily mean only money, although if you feel more resistant about giving money, then you should give money. Because otherwise you will avoid giving money and you'll give everything else. So जहाँ पे आपकी resistance है, आपको खुद को पता है. हो सकता है आपको even ₹10 देना difficult हो. अगर आपके पास सिर्फ 50 है, आपको 10 देना शायद थोड़ा difficult हो. But give. You will be rewarded. Remember, when you give, you're coming from an abundance mindset. That's the beauty. Okay?
What about giving in kind,
Yes, you can absolutely give in kind.
not cash in kind?
See, if somebody I know needs a box of felt pens, and I know this child really needs a box of felt pens, then I'm going to be silly enough to give anything else but felt pens because I know it's required. So yes, you can definitely do that. Identify. See, that's why I said when you're asking, see now how the answers have come. What if I could give in kind? See, you will identify people once you ask yourself, who needs my help? You know, who's made me feel good lately? Have I been nourished lately? Somebody's done good things for me. Answers will come. Then you will give to the right person. My only point is this exercise is important so that you give to the right people. Not just about anybody. Give where you really feel you're required to give. In fact, you know, one of the exercises in A Course in Miracles also says this, that you speak to God, speak to your own self and say, God, use me please. Because then you will be taken to the right places. Where people really need help, you will be taken to.
God use me.
Yeah, God, please use me. Please use me. You know, you will suddenly observe how you are in the right place at the right time. Because you feel you are a channel to do good work. No matter what is your work, you can be a channel to do good work. Right?
Use me, that means you have to surrender without ego.
Yes. Please use me.
Use me in your plan of action.
You know, I'm willing to do.
Opportunity will come
Yes.
to give
Yes.
something.
Yes.
This giving like to the poor people or like anybody or who,
Yeah, so giving, again, you may be inspired to give maybe even a family member. Maybe you have ignored the needs of this family member and today you're inspired. So ask yourself where you have been nourished lately, you know, who you felt happy with, somebody who's, you know, made your day. Sometimes it could be even our domestic helpers. So you suddenly realize, you know, I need to give them something. So give where you're inspired, not blindly, wherever you're inspired to give, to make this exercise more effective, okay? All right, let's go to the next point now. So here I'm writing give, okay? And here I'm writing give with inspiration, right? Give with inspiration. Now, point number 5. The words I use about money are going to be crucial. How I speak about money in general is going to be critical in this journey, right? Right or no? So what are the words you think you can use about money which will make you feel prosperous?
All those words which will respect money and want the money.
Yes, yes. So give me examples.
money comes fast to me.
Okay,
Money
count
comes
is
fast to me.
okay. What words will raise your vibration about money?
Energy.
Think.
Unlimited money.
Unlimited money. Plenty.
Green.
This money I could buy the bread for the poor for that child.
Yes.
Or give milk for that child. It was this money that I had.
Yes, absolutely. See, one thing you will observe. Generally, when we don't have enough, we criticize other people who do. It's by default. Right? Generally, we'll always be critical of someone who has what we don't have. You see, it's unconscious. It's not that we are genuinely bad people, but just that it happens. So observe. Observe your words. Do not be critical of others who have money. We don't know how they made that money. By talking about them and how unrighteously they have made money, we affect our own money vibration. We affect our own money vibration. And it's true. That's what we are doing. So be mindful about the words you use about money. I'll tell you what happens. Although we may not be disrespectful towards money, but the way we talk about someone who is using money in a wrong way pulls our vibration down. This is what money does to them, no? यही होता है, too much money. See, we don't know, but we are speaking such words. So my point is, your words about money should be positive. Avoid talking about people who may be having more than you, because we really don't know the truth. We don't know. We are assuming, we are making our judgments, we don't know. So therefore, let me not include others in my conversation about money. Let me use positive words. Right? Okay. So this is my words. Now, point number 6. Make space. What do we mean by make space? You see, for something to come in, I must make space for that thing to come in. Let's take a quick example. I really wanted new furniture in my house. So I went to the store, I placed an order, I paid the bill. Now it's going to be delivered to my house. Finally it's delivered. But guess what I realize? The furniture can't fit. No space. Where do I keep it? A silly example, but this is the truth of our lives. You know, there was a time when I would actually have no space for clothes in my wardrobe and I used to be complaining. But then I realized I can't even fit the ones that I have. Forget others. We have to make space for the new by getting rid of the old. Are our environments organized? Our workplace, our home has to be organized. We have to have enough space. You know why? Because the subconscious picks up the vibration of wherever it is that you stay and live and work. So if I have a disorganized desk, the vibration I'm giving out is there is too much already. If you feel too burdened even with work, there is a reason why you're not making as much, because you feel burdened. And subconscious will not give you when you feel burdened. Subconscious will give you when you are feeling free. That's the law. So, how do we practice this? Go back to our homes today. What is it that we are not using?
Clutter, yeah,
Get rid of clutter. There is lots of things we will not be using if you haven't used it for months. Oh yes, I absolutely agree with sir. If we have not used something for 6 months, chances are we will not be using it. Now observe your own reaction. Do you feel bad giving something away which you haven't even worn for years? Chances are this shows of your scarcity mindset. You feel अरे ये निकल जाएगा, तो you feel कुछ जा रहा है मेरे हाथ से. See, that's a scarcity mindset. If you are abundant, you will not feel bad. Now, give it away. Look at all those things you have not been using and make a list and give it away. See, it's always good to do this as a once a month exercise. Once a month, make sure whatever you're not using, you give away. Now, I will tell you what the deal is. The moment you give something away, it is a relatively short period of time before it comes back. This is the law. When something goes out, what is created?
Space.
Vacuum, space. The universe loves vacuum.
No, the universe updates back.
What happens is, you and I are saying the same thing. The universe will always fill in wherever there is a vacuum. It's going to bless you only when you make space. You know, they say that there is a state within us. It's actually a state of nothingness. What we call the self is actually what? Your true self is nothingness. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your body. You're basically a state of nothingness, like they call. So that's your space. That's your true self. So the moment you give something away, there is a vacuum created. It is going to be filled in.
Anything, money, anything like
Anything that you feel is not being used by you, money must always be in circulation. So money must always be circulated. Otherwise, there is no use of the money. If I keep money lying in my drawer, not of that much value, unless and until it's being used for getting something, right? Otherwise, how do I get the experience of money? So money is by itself an experience when it's being exchanged, right? You must ensure you give away that which you are not using, because you will make space for new. So whenever clients come to me with a specific reason of getting into a marriage, okay, they're looking for a life partner, the first thing I tell them is your wardrobe must have space, because that's the signal you send to the universe. I am ready to receive. Make space. Think as if it's going to be two of you now keeping stuff in the wardrobe. And this works magically, by the way. This may seem silly to the client at first, but I've seen almost 100% results here. Okay, so make space. Let what is not being used go out, because the vacuum is going to be filled. Like he rightly said, the universe will not keep the vacuum as it is. Why? Because it's energy. Once energy goes out through an action, through something being given away, energy must come back, because we are energy beings. Energy must go out and be replaced by new energy. Now this is the deal. When we give something away, whatever comes back will come back in whatever form we need most. It could be that you needed an idea and you got it now. It could be you needed the money and you got it. It could be you wanted a client and you got it. So we don't know what comes back. But something must come back by law. That's why it's called a law. It's always consistent. Okay. Now this is the physical space, right? Physical space की बात होगी. Mental space के बारे में आप क्या करेंगे? You see, here your forgiveness work comes into play. Make sure you don't have too many mental blocks. You see, it's physical as well as mental, right? Physical space आप clear कर रहे हैं, but just make sure you're not extremely angry or bitter with somebody. See, today you have a lot of coaches, a lot of mentors. Take help. If you really want to practice forgiveness, make sure that you work on forgiveness. Do something to let go of your anger. See, that also is going out. It must come back as fresh energy. See, if your anger goes out, it must come back as a new opportunity. So make sure that you also keep yourself mentally healthy. Okay. So that is my point number 6, na?
6, huh?
Point number 6.
Too much space.
Okay, now I'm giving you one last tip. But again, very, very good tip. Very fruitful tip. I've used it and I continue to use it. Okay. See, sometimes life could be tough. And all this money talk is very well. But when it's tough for you, it is tough for you, I must acknowledge. And I must confess, sometimes things could be tough. You have bills to pay, you have your debt to pay, you have people putting pressure on you. All of that could get a toll on you, right? But there is one particular exercise I recommend you do every day. And before you know, your life would have changed. Every day when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, today I'm going to make it. Whatever I need to do to get my work done, I will get. Today I'm going to make it. बस आज के दिन आप सुबह उठकर ये कहिए, बस आज का सोचिए, कल का नहीं सोचेंगे, आज का सोचिए. आप सुबह उठते हैं, फर्स्ट थिंग टेल योरसेल्फ, टुडे आई विल मेक इट. आज जो भी हेल्प मुझे चाहिए ना, सब कुछ करने के लिए मुझे मिल जाएगी. टुडे आई विल गेट हेल्प. जस्ट वेक अप विथ दैट थॉट, just for today. You don't have to do it for a lifetime, just for today. And next day again in the morning, just for today, I'm going to make it. You see, if you do that every day, before you know, that help would have already come. You know, when I stopped doing this exercise, initially I used to do it consciously every day. Now I do it even unconsciously. But initially when I was consciously doing it, before I even realized, help had come, support had come, opportunity had come, ideas had come, money had come, joy had come, peace had come. Yes, you have a question.
Yeah, the peace, money.
Yes.
that's already there.
Yes.
Maybe we are not.
Oh yes, absolutely. Remember the ocean example? सब कुछ ऑलरेडी है, बट आपको रिसीव करने के लिए आपको एक अच्छा वेसल हाथ में रखना पड़ेगा, राइट? इट्स यू हैव टू होल्ड अ वेसल, नो? द ओशन इज वेरी वास्ट, but you need to have something in your hand to receive that abundance, to receive that water, no? That's what we are talking about. So if you live each day at a time, before you realize the tough times are gone. And this is a very practical way, mind you, because all of us have seen tough times. And I know it is tough. I've been there and done that. And so I can tell you, if you start living every day when you wake up, say today I'm going to make it. Today whatever I need to pay off my bills, whatever provision has to be made will be made today. I used to also say one more line. Today I'm going to make it. God please help me do it. God please help me. Today I need to pay these bills. God please help me. Today I need to get this done. Please help me. And it's amazing the kind of peace I used to feel instead of pressure when I used to say this. You know, friends, this exercise will help raise your money vibration, because often tension and anxiety brings our vibration down. This is the very first thing we need to do to get more money, is to change our vibration. But if you're anxious, if you're too worried, if you feel the pressure, it's bringing your energy down. And that is blocking money from coming into your life. That is blocking opportunities from coming into your life. Live each day at a time. Okay, that's my point number 7. Live one day at a time. I have thoroughly enjoyed doing this talk for you. I really hope you enjoyed it too. I would love to receive your feedback. Okay, you can write to me on my email, mastermindtrainingindia@gmail.com, and my website, which is mastermindtraining.in. I thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.